Hello, student. Today we are going to start the second part of The Treasure Within It So Happened book. Well, now after that conversation, Bella she asked, "How did you get into the field of architecture?" So Miss Bella she asked the contractor how he had ended up being an architect. To which Hafiz he said that in the college for architecture, nobody who had got below 80 to 85% was allowed to enter. I had only 50%. I wanted to join the army. I got my admission letter, but my aunt tore it up. Then I decided that I wanted to join the police force. My mother said, "Don't join the police force, just do your graduation." So I went to Jai Hind College in Bombay. There I was either take French or German. Though I had studied French for 7 years, I did not know 7 words of French. So I took German. Then my German teacher died. The college told me that I could change the college or take French. Now, who would give me admission in another college? I had got admission to Jai Hind by influence. So I thought, okay, I will take French. And I started learning French again. I learned it from my cousin. She was an architect's wife. I was going to an architect's office to learn French. So, my dear student, after that, Hafiz contractor, he started explaining himself. He told to Miss Bela that those who got less than 80 to 85% were not allowed to pursue architecture in college. And he had only 50%. He revealed how he wanted to serve in the army and he even got his admission letter also, but his aunt tore it apart. He then decided to join the police force, but his mother advised him to pursue his graduation. So, he took admission in Jai Hind College in Bombay, which is now known as Mumbai. In college, he got a choice between studying French or German. He said that although he had learned French for 7 years, but still he didn't know even 7 words of the language. So he felt it was better to take German. After a while, his German teacher passed away. So he was proposed by the college to either take French or change his college. He changed his language to French because he would not get admission in any other college. In this college also, he got admission through contacts. So he began learning French again, and this time from his cousin who was married to an architect. Thus, he used to go to an architect's office to study French. To this, Bela she asked, "Was it then that you decided you wanted to do architecture?" So, Miss Bela she asked him if it was when he began going to an architect office that he decided he wanted to pursue architecture. To which Hafiz said, "Actually, it all happened quite by chance. In the architect's office, I saw somebody drawing a window detail. A window detail is a very advanced drawing. I told him that his drawing was wrong, that the window he had drawn would not open. He then had a bet with me, and later he found that indeed his drawing was wrong." My cousin's husband was surprised. He asked me to draw a few specific things, which I immediately did. He asked me to design a house, and I designed a house. After that, he told me to drop everything and join architecture. We went to meet the principal of the college. The principal warned me, "I will allow you to take part in the entrance exam, but if you do not do well, I will not allow you to join. So, Hafiz, he told Miss Bella that it was all a matter of chance that he ended up doing architecture. He goes on to tell a story about how once, when he was in the architect's office, he saw someone drawing a window detail which he specifies was a very advanced drawing. Hafiz saw it and told the person that his drawing was not right. He added that with this design the window would not open. So they bet upon it, and later it turned out that Hafiz was right and the window he drew would not open. The architect, Hafiz's cousin's husband, was amazed by this and he asked Hafiz to pen out a few other sketches, which Hafiz easily did. If he asked him to draw a house, he drew a house. The architect was so impressed that he advised him to drop everything immediately and enter the line of architecture. He even went to the principal of the college with Hafiz. The principal allowed him to appear for the entrance exam, but he warned Hafiz that he will not get admission if he does not perform well in the entrance. Now, I got an A plus in the entrance exam, and from that day it was a cakewalk. I had never made a plan, but I knew how something looked like from the top. I had never known what a section was, but I knew if you cut a plan, but what it would look like. I stood first class first throughout after that. I believe that all this understanding came from what I used to play and do during schools. I had a friend called Behram Divesha. We used to have a competitions between us for designing forts, guns, and ammunition. Each of us would design something in an effort to be different. In school, when I was in the second or third standard, one of my teachers, Mrs. Gupta, saw my sketches and told me, "See, you are useless in everything else, but your sketches are good. When you grow up, you become an architect." I did not know at that time, but she was right. Later, after I became an architect, I went back to meet her and tell her. So, to this, Hafiz he appeared for the entrance exam, backed an A plus, and from that day onwards, it was a smooth ride for him. He never made a plan, but he was aware of how things look like from above. Similarly, he had never known what a section was, but he knew how a plan would look like if you cut it out. He always stood first in his class. According to him, his great understanding of the architecture came from how he played and did all other activities in school. He tells Mrs. Bela about one of his friend named Behram Divesha, with whom he used to compete about designing forts, guns, and ammunition. Both of them would really put in a lot of effort in order to be different and make their pieces stand out. Even in his school, when he was in second or third standard, a teacher named Mrs. Gupta told him when she saw his sketches that his work was good. She liked her sketches. She mentioned that she knows he was useless in almost everything else, but she advised him to be an architect when he would grow up. Quite obviously, Hafiz did not know it back then that he was actually going to become an architect. So, years later, when he became one, he went to see her and tell her about it. So, to this, Bela, she asked, "Why do you think you did not like studies? Was it because you felt you could not cope, could not deal with the curriculum?" Now, to this, Miss Bela, she asked Hafiz contractor what, according to him, was the reason behind his disliking of the studies. She asked him if it was being unable to cope up or deal with the curriculum that made him dislike studying in school. To which Hafiz he said, I was very bad at languages. Science and geography I could deal with, maths was very bad. I was not interested. I was studying for the sake of studying. What they taught me today, I would forget after 2 days. I would not bother because there was no application of mind there to begin with. So to this, Hafiz he tells her that he was hopelessly very bad at languages. He could still tolerate science and geography, probably because of the logic and fact, but he was very bad at mathematics. He confessed that he was simply not interested. He studied only for the sake of doing it and not because he was interested. He would often forget whatever was taught to him after 2 days. He says that he didn't even try because there was almost negligible application of mind and logic in it. So, to this, Bela, let's see what she asked. So, Bela, she said that, do you think that what they taught in school was boring, or did you feel that once you understood the concept of what was being taught, you lost interest in the rest of the lesson? So, to understand the contractor's point of view better, Mrs. Bela further asked him if he considered whatever that was being taught to him as boring, or it was the case where he would lose interest in the lesson once he got hold of the main concept behind what was being taught. To this, Hafiz, he said that living in a boarding school is difficult. We were just living from day to day. Nowadays, there are so many tests. Back then, whenever we had tests, we used to just copy. The teacher thought that we have done our work. So, Hafiz, he tells Mrs. Bela that life in a boarding school is really very hard. So, they just lived one day at a time. He says that nowadays there are so many tests, but back then this was not the case. They rarely had any test back then, and whenever they had one, they would just copy. This would make the teacher think that student had done their work. To this, Bela she asked To this, Bela she asked, there is a continuation that giftedness and learning disabilities go hand in hand. Do you think this applies to you? So, Miss Bela, she mentions that it is generally it is generally believed that special abilities and learning disabilities come together. She asked Hafiz if he thinks that this is the case with him. To this, Hafiz he says that, well, take some student from my class. Those who always stood first or second are today doing very ordinary jobs. So Hafiz, he mentions some of his fellow classmates who always backed the first or second position in academics but are now doing very typical and common jobs. To this, Bela, she said, I have come across this situation in so many different places where people tell me that their class toppers are doing very ordinarily today. Well, Miss Bela agrees with Hafiz as this is something she has come across in so many different places where people have told her that their class toppers are not doing anything extraordinary now. To this, Hafiz he said that in school, I think living our lives there made us street smart. I have learned more by doing what I did on my own than what academics would have taught me. So, to this, according to the contractor, living life to the fullest, especially in schools, makes people street smart. He himself had learned more by doing things on his own than what academics would have ever taught him. To this, Bela, she says that that is because the personality and skills were there. You were able to find expression in a manner you were comfortable with, and you defied every rule so that nobody would stop you from doing what you needed to do. Now, Miss Bela, she explains that in doing other activities or while participating in sports, skills are involved and one's personality gets enhanced. One gets exposure which helps them to find expression in a manner which is comfortable for oneself. Hafiz defied each rule in order to do what he needed to do without letting anybody or anything stop him. To this, Hafiz he says that I was more interested in other things. If, for example, while in class it started raining outside, I would think of the flowing water and how to build a dam to block it. I would be thinking about the flow of water within the dam and how much of water the dam would be able to hold. That was my interest for the day. When students lost a button while playing or fighting, they would come running to me and I would cut a button for them from chalk using a blade. Discipline in the school was very important and no student could afford to have a button missing. The student who get past dinner with a full neat uniform and after that it did not matter. Well, to this, Hafizi explains that he was more attracted to other things. For example, if it was raining outside while he was in class, then he would begin thinking about the flowing water and from there he would think about building a dam to stop it. He would go in depth and think about the flow of water inside the dam and moreover about the dam's capacity to hold water. It would become the topic of interest for the day. He was so smart that whenever someone lost a button of their shirt while playing or fighting, they would come to him. He would cut a piece of chalk with a blade to make a button for them. Even a thing as buttons were very important because in school, discipline was very important. They had to get past dinner time in proper uniform because post dinner it did not matter. Now, to this Bela, she asked that coming to the present, how do you decide as to what kind of structure you want to give a client? So Bela, she now asks Hafiz about his dealing with clients now. She wants to know how he decide the type of structure for a particular client in the present day scenario. To this, Hafiz he said that I look at the client face, his clothes, the way he talks and pronounces, the way he eats, and I would know what his taste would be like. I can relate to people in a way that would be comfortable. I sketch very spontaneously on a paper on the spot. That paper, I give it to my people in the office. So, Hafiz, he shared that first. He analyzes his client by looking at their face, noticing their dressing style, the way they talk and pronounce, their taste and smile of eating. He says that he can relate to people in a way that is comfortable for both the parties. He is very instantaneous when it comes to sketching the structure. He does it on a paper on the spot, which he would then give it to the people in his office. So Bela, she asked, you do it instinctively? Now Bela, she confirms if Hafiz wants to say that he works based on his natural instinct. So to this, Hafiz, he says that call it instinct, call it arithmetic, whatever. Now it comes to me like mathematics, putting designs, construction, psychology and sociology together and making a sketch from all that is mathematics. Arithmetic, the branch. So to this Hafiz he says that explains that they can call it whatever they want, whether instinct or arithmetic. He feels that it comes to him like mathematics now. All he does is put a design, construction, psychology and sociology together and make a sketch from everything that is mathematics. So after that, Hafiz he continued with that. Here we almost come to a full circle where Mr. Contractor has derived his own interpretation of mathematics, taking it from a subject he hated to a subject he now loves dealing with it. So student, in the last paragraph, the phrase almost comes to a full circle, which means that Hafiz Contractor disliked mathematics to the extent that he used to get nightmares about it, but in the end, he says that he does his work from all that is mathematics. He has derived his own meaning of the subject, mathematics, and earlier it was a subject that he disliked so passionately, but now he loves dealing with it. Thank you, student.